सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Chapter 16, verse number 4. दम्भो दर्पोऽभिमानश्च क्रोधः पारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानं चाभिजातस्य पार्थ सम्पदमासुरीम्. Having explained the Daivi Sampat in the first 3 verses, Lord Krishna entering into that explanation of Asuri Sampat. Daivi Sampat means the qualities or virtues which are friendly for spiritual upliftment. How we have to look at these virtues? Virtues are those which are all helping factors in the spiritual pursuit of a human being. And Asuri Sampat, that means the demonic qualities are those qualities. Demonic qualities we can call it as evil tendencies, evil nature. All those demonic qualities are unhealthy or unfriendly qualities for any person in the spiritual pursuit. So, the demonic qualities will never allow the person to enter into spiritual path. So 26 virtues Bhagavan has explained elaborately. In the 4th shloka, Dambho Darpobhimanascha, from this shloka, in one shloka, Lord Krishna briefly explained what are all the evil tendencies, evil qualities, or demonic qualities. What is the first one? Dambhaha. Dambhaha means pretension, pride, ostentation. Number 2 is Darpaha, arrogance, nature of insulting others. Up to here we saw in the last class. What is the third evil nature or evil tendency or evil quality? Abhimanaha. Abhimanaha is the third demonic nature. Abhimana means vanity. Exaggerating about one's own qualities, nature. Abhimanaha means verbally humble, but internally there is a lot of abhimana. Lot of vanity is there. External one type of behavior, internally there is a separate nature. That is called vanity. Or Atmani Pujyatvam Bhavana. Atmani Pujyatvam means he himself, blowing one's own trumpet, they say, no? That nature. Number 4, Krodhaha. Krodhaha. No need of translation, no? Anger. They say 3 types of people. No? Uttamaha, Madhyamaha, Adhamaha. How these 3 people get anger, no? Even though they get anger, how they recover? Uttamaha Kshanakopasyaat. Kopa is another name for Krodha. Okay. Uttamaha. The good person, a mature person, Kshanakopah. Only 1 second the kopa will come. Anger. Immediately he is out of anger. Uttamaha Kshanakopasyaat. Madhyamaha, a mediocre person, Ghatikadvayam. 1 hour, 1.5 hour. Ghatikadvayam. Kopam varu. But that 1.5 hour or 2 hours it will stay. Then he will recover from that anger. Madhyama Ghatikadvayam. Adhame Ahoratram. The inferior person, Adhamaha Ahoratram. Day and night. Ahaha anna day. Ratri means night. Ahoratram. Day and night, 24 hours, that anger will continue. What about 4th category? Papishte Maranantakaha. Papishte Maranantakaha. A sinner. Papishtaha means the one who always does sinful actions. Maranantakaha means until death. Until that death, anger will continue for that person. And they say to others also, I can never forgive him. I can never forgive him. Lifelong. So that type of nature. Uttamakshanakopasyaat. Madhyame ghatikadvayam. Adhame ahoratram. Papishte maranantakaha. So that kopa itself is a type of sin actually. When we hurt others out of anger, that hurting words, will never go away. Even scars may go away, scars may disappear, but the wounding words, they will never go away. When we use that wounding words, when you are in anger, it is a type of violence. Any violent action gives what? Punyam or papam? Papam. So therefore anger is a type of papa. Shastra says, anger are not only outside people, even swapara, even on one's own body, mind complex, on one's own behavior. Swapara apakara hetu. It is a cause for cause a damage to oneself as well as to others. Anger cause damage to oneself as well as to others. Therefore, kopam anni vandadanna, I am a what? I join in Huchi Sampat, Asurik Sampat, Asuraha anartham. What is the Asuraha definition? Do you remember? Asushu Ramante iti Asuraha. Asushu means sense pleasures. The one who is craving for sense pleasures all the time is called Asuraha. when that pleasures are obstructed, any sense pleasure is obstructed, that obstructed sukham or raga or kama, obstructed desire alone is converted as anger. இதெல்லாம் பழசு லெசன் ஞாபகம் இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Krodha is nothing but an obstructed desire. Unfulfilled desires are only called as Krodha. They manifest as anger. Unfulfilled desires manifest as anger. Therefore, Kama is not different from Krodha. Lord Krishna says in one sloka, Kama esha Krodha eshaha Rajoguna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidhyena miha vairinam. O Arjuna, may you understand this Kama and Krodha, they are enemies. May you have control over Kama and Krodha. Channelize them properly. Very dangerous an artham. Next one, fifth one is called Parushyam. Another demonic nature, evil nature is Parushyam. Speaking harsh words. There is no Mardavam. There is no softness in words, in behavior. Mardavam is the opposite to Parushyam. Mardavam means gentle, soft, smooth, sober. Person is sadhu. நம்ம தமிழ்ல சாதுன்னா அச்சு பிச்சுன்னு அர்த்தம். அப்படி சாது நினைக்க கூடாது. சாதுன்னா குட் நோபல் பர்சன் அர்த்தம். மார்தம் இருந்தா யூ ஆர் ஹேவிங் தெய்வீ சம்பத். ஸ்பீக்கிங் ஹார்ஷ்லி, சட்டுன்னு ஏதோ ஒரு வேர்டு, ஒரே ஒரு வேர்டு, 2 letters போதும், என்ன பாருஷ்யம். That is called harshness. At 3 levels, harshness at 3 levels. While doing actions also, kayika rupena, physically, your action should be very, very gentle. Gently you have to touch, gently you have to do things, not harshly. When you want to pull the chair, gara 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 gara, pull panna kudadu. Sound on all 100 people, little disturbance, no? Then you have to lift and keep nicely without disturbing others. Pulling chair onwards, kayika rupena. And keeping the volume, TV, sound systems, neighbor should know what type of system I have. It comes under Parushyam only. I am disturbing the elders, youngsters, kids are there, neighbor house. Maybe they are doing dhyanam, they are doing puja, or they are studying. I should not disturb by keeping too much volume. So therefore I have to reduce the volume, should be audible to me alone, not to others. Even Swamini cassettes also, if I play at home, they should not feel bad. See, these people are bringing Swamini's cassettes and CDs, putting loudly, and we students are very much engrossed in listening, and they think that other family members also should listen. That is wrong. We should not do that. That is not right way. If they want, they will listen. They will ask you. When you are listening quietly, they will ask you what you are listening. If they inquire further, if you are interested, you also listen. You can see, even including your family members, I am telling. I heard that some students are putting full volume in the house. Swamini, your voice only ringing in my house. எனக்கு ஒரு பக்கம் பயம். Other family members should not go away from me. See that when you are playing the cassettes or CDs, even Stotramala, Bhagavad Gita, anything for that matter, if you all your family members are agreed with that. They also accept, they love to listen. You can keep some extent to sound okay. That also not too much. These are all kayika level. Only one example I am giving. You can extend this to all. At the thought level also, I should not think harshly about anybody. And what to talk of verbally now? Vachikam, verbally also, let me use gentle words, sweet words. Jimha me madhumattama. Let there be a honey on my tongue. Mantra says. That means what? Honey, daily I take Swamini 2 spoonful honey and Jimha me madhumattama. Let my words be sweet and gentle, soft. That is the quality for a spiritual seeker to be maintained. If it is not there, if I use harsh words, I am away from my spiritual path. Next one, ajnanam, lack of discrimination. Ajnana means mithya pratyaya, dharma adharma aviveka. What to be done, what not to be done, what should I do, what I should not do. This viveka is not there. It is called ajnanam. False thoughts. At moral level, we are talking. Ajnana means not atma ajnanam here. Here ajnanam means imagination, all hypocrisy, all superimpositions, all those come under ajnanam. Dharma shastra ajnanam anartham. Not having the knowledge about the ethics. Dharma shastra ajnanam. So dharma means that which sustains the society. Dharanat iti dharmaha. Dharana means dhru dhatu, that which holds. That which holds, that which sustains the whole universe is called dharma. Dharanat iti dharmaha. Dharme vishwasya jagatah pratishtha. The whole universe is sustained by dharma. Dharme vishwasya jagataha pratishtha. All the cosmic principles are following their own dharma. Then loke dharmishtam praja upasarpanti. Loke, in this world, people all are following dharma according to their body, mind. That dharma should be maintained. That Ishvara's order. Loke dharmani dharma pratishtaha or anusarpanti prajaha. Loke dharmishtam praja anusarpanti. Dharmena papam apanudati. Once I live a dharmic life, papa will go away. Dharmena papam apanudati. Therefore, dharme sarvam pratishtitam. Everything is established in dharma only. Dharme sarvam pratishtitam. Yasmat dharmam param vadanti. Therefore, all Mahatmas, noble people say, Yasmat dharma sarvam or dharme sarvam pratishtitam iti vadanti. Or paramam vadanti. It is supreme. So dharmic life is a spiritually friendly in artham. Shrunu asuram. Listen from me. What are all the consequences? Further I am going to elaborate from 7th verse onwards up to 20th shloka. From 7th to 20th shloka, Lord Krishna is going to elaborate this adharmic nature. We'll read that. Shrunu means may you listen attentively, not casually, attentively, with a lot of attention. Hear about that asuram means asuri sampat. And a very important note here, it is also called sampat. You see, sampat means wealth. Isn't it? Sampat means wealth. Asura gunas are also as a type of wealth. Adipadi. So, dhanam or wealth is a wealth, real wealth. A wealth that which cause a destruction, a wealth that which cause construction. Even we have lot of money, property, richness, so much we have. But we cannot expect that wealth will give always peace and happiness. We cannot expect always that wealth will give peace and happiness. Why? Many times that wealth, that richness gives a lot of unhappiness. Lot of unhappiness it gives. It takes away our peace and makes our peace into pieces many times. So that is a constructive wealth or a destructive type of wealth. Destructive type of wealth. So wealth, Pujya Swamiji says always, Lakshmi is a Lakshmi when she gives Ananda Sukha to me. Otherwise, she is not called as Lakshmi, that is only money. Why we call money as Lakshmi? When she gives Ananda only, that money is called Lakshmi. Otherwise, she is not called Lakshmi. She is only in the form of rupee notes, but taking away our peace and happiness. But this demonic nature is also called wealth. That wealth is a type of wealth which gives lot of pain, lot of sorrow. Therefore, whenever we develop all these adharmic, asuric nature, what do we develop? No. We develop other side internally, lot of pain, sorrow, struggle. Not only that, invisible papa will come. Adrishta rupena, papa, sin, we are accumulating. If I develop this, what? From the first, dambhaha, darpaha, krodhaha, abhimana, parushyam, all these ajnanam, they cause papam. Papam is that which obstructs me from a spiritual pursuit. What do you mean by papa? Papa is that, papa means a sin. Sin is that which obstructs me, not allowing me to go to what? Highest goal, moksha. Therefore, dharma first, that will lead to moksha. Dharma and moksha are not available for perception. In 4 Purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, you know, these are the 4 Purusharthas. Dharma is not visible and moksha is also not visible to the sense organs. First one and last one, 4th one is not visible, not available for perception. But what are perceptible? Artha and kama. Generally, what is the human tendency? Whatever is perceptible, whatever is available for my perception, I give priority to them. I give priority to them and I ignore these 2 which are not available for perception. What are those 2 are not available for perception? Dharma and moksha. Therefore, generally people ignore this dharma, dharmic life, how much important it is. Righteous life, how much important this is. For this 4th one, moksha, people do not know. And they compromise with all the values and they behave like demons, evil nature. And they lose, because of the lack of dharma, righteous living, they lose this moksha also, ultimate benefit of human being. And they vote for these two which are available for perception, artha and kama. Now you see the whole society, maximum people are rushing towards artha and kama. And slowly, and first time when they are violating values, they feel bad. கொஞ்சம் பிரிக்கா இருக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறம் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்கின் திக் ஆயிடும். ஓகே பரவாயில்ல, காம்ப்ரமைஸ். Then they develop that much grossness, even they are doing wrong anu theriyadu. It become a habit later. And later they justify themselves, okay, whole society is going like that. How can I follow values? I myself alone follow values. I cannot survive. This is what justification. But what Veda says, artha kama are incidental. Your life purpose is moksha. Even though it is not available for perception, it is invisible, you have to work for that. That is the purpose of human life. Now Lord Krishna is going to talk further from 6th shloka onwards. 5th shloka onwards. Consequences. If one lacks, that means one who is missing that righteous nature, that person. The chair chair. Now we'll read the 5th shloka. Hey Partha, I have missed one word. I have taken the 6th word. 4th verse la, Ajnanam is also a type of demonic nature. Asurim sampadam abhijatasya. These demonic evil tendencies, these belong to a person who is born with. Abhijatasya means who is born with asuri sampat. Asuri sampat. He Partha, asuri sampat person, we can call him as prakrita purushaha. Prakrita purushaha means prakriti vasham gataha ityarthaha. Why is called prakrita purushaha? Prakriti vasham gataha. Prakriti vasham means he becomes slave to his prakriti swabhava. According to his swabhava, he becomes slave to that prakriti swabhava. Now we will read the 5th shloka. Very, very important. Important for what? All these demonic evil tendencies and consequences we are studying. Shankaracharya carefully note there. Parivarjanartham. To avoid what are all adharmic qualities to be avoided. Parivarjanartham or nivrityartham. To avoid, we should know what are they and what are the consequences. How they are unfriendly, unhealthy, uncongenial to my spiritual life. Let us read. Daivi sampad vimokshaya. Nibandhaya surimata. Mashu cha sampadam daivim. Abhijatosi pandava. Shankaracharya quote here, Arjuna may be thinking what Lord Krishna said, these are all born along with that person who is having asuri sampad. Now Arjuna has got a doubt. I What about me? What about me? Daivi sampat or asuri sampat? I am born with Daivi sampat or asuri sampat? That Arjuna has got a doubt, maybe Shankaracharya, right? So Lord Krishna consoling Arjuna. Don't worry, you are born with Daivi sampat only. That's what he says here. He Pandava. Ma shuchaha. Second line we will take first. Ma shuchaha. May you not grieve. You do not grieve. Shuchaha means here grieving. Ma shuchaha means may you not grieve. He Pandava, O Arjuna. Why? You are born with Daivim Sampadam Abhijataha Asi. You are born with, Abhijataha means born with. Born with what? With Daivim Sampat. Daivi Sampat or Daivim Sampadam. You are born with, by birth itself you are with Daivi Sampat. What? How fortunate. From Bhagavan he has got a certificate. Who will give certificate to us? Anybody come? You are born with Daivi Sampat. Arjuna is so great. Here what it means, how it signifies these words. In future you will definitely get moksha anartha. Indirectly Bhagavan is telling. Since you are born with Daivi Sampat, therefore definitely you will get moksha. There is no doubt at all. Swamini, enakku moksham varuma and kekradha vida what are the divine qualities I am having and what I am not having I have to develop. I have to work in this way. Whether I get moksha or not, instead of worrying about that, stop that worry and how dharmic I am. So just everyone has to question. If I take care of my dharmic life, automatically moksha will come by itself. Okay, that is the prerequisite. You are inherited. You are inherited with divine virtues. In Kathopanishad language, if you want to listen, Shreyas anartha. Shreyas means moksha. That which gives Shreyas, moksha, that is dharma. Therefore, that dharma is also called Shreyas. Ma shuchaha. You are born or inherited with virtues, hey Arjuna. You need not grieve at all. Now look into the first line. I consider this Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat. Well, how I consider? Mama Matana. He says, Daivi Sampat Vimokshaya. These divine virtues, Daivim Sampat, divine Sampat or divine qualities, Vimokshaya Mata, it is known that, it is known as, Mata means I consider, I look at them as, Vimokshaya, that lead to moksha, liberation. Vimokshaya means liberation. Samsara bandhanat, free from samsara. Vimokshaya. Then you can understand what about Asuri Sampat? He says, Nibandhaya. Asuri Sampat leads to bondage. Niyataha bandhaha tadartham. It will cause bondage. Asamskrita purushaha can never become panditaha or jnani. Prakrita purushaha ki opposite is samskrita purushaha. Samskrita purushaha, prakrita purushaha. Samskrita purushaha is one who is having divine qualities. Prakrita Purushaha is one who is having unhealthy, unfriendly qualities, spiritual unfriendly qualities. Our Samskrita Purusha is a cultured person. So uncultured person, Prakrita Purusha, can never become spiritually genius or spiritually uplifted. So for Prakrita Purusha, you have to convert yourself into Samskrita Purusha. Purusha means Stri also. Okay. Because majority is Stri here. So Stri also. Then after becoming Samskrita, refinement, then only you are eligible to enter into Vedanta. Appuram enna Swamini next class varanuma vendama. You are all Daivi Sampat. Wealthy with Daivi Sampat. If anything is not there, let me fill up that gap. Okay. Nibandhaya. Next shloka we will read. 6th shloka. Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin Daiva asura evacha Daivo vistarashah proktaha Asuram partha me shrunu Hey Partha, me shrunu, may you listen to me, listen from me. Asmin loke, first line. Asmin loke means in this world. Bhuta sargau. These created beings, Bhuta sargau means these created beings. So many species are there. We are not talking about all the species. Here, created beings means especially for human beings. Because all other beings are programmed. They don't have any rules and regulations not required. No? When they are hungry only they eat. They don't eat too much. We the people, human beings, violate. When we are not hungry, we eat. When after eating also we eat more and more. And we are, have a privilege of what? Privilege of free will, privilege of choice, privilege of violating values. We change the values. Like that. Therefore, the whole manual, Veda manual is given to human beings. Therefore, here you can take it as Bhuta Sargo means when these human beings are created, Dvau, there are two types of beings. Manushyatvam. In Manushyanam, there are two types. Manushyadhikaratvat. There are two types. One is Daivaha Asuraha Evacha. Devatas, one type of human beings. Asuraha means Asuras. A second type of human beings. In Manushyaha, we can divide it. Lord Krishna is dividing Manushyaha into two types. Okay. And two types, Devaha, one type. Why they are called Devaha means Div Dhatulon it has come. Div means to shine, to illumine, bright. Devaha are those people whose qualities are always illumining qualities, bright qualities, knowledge, all those qualities, brilliance, all these they are having. Therefore, they are called Devaha. To be bright, that which illumines. This Another type is called, really speaking, Daityaha. Daityaha means in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, we saw in the last class, Prajapati has got Devatas and Asuras, Daityaha. So Suras and Daityas. In the Daityas, again two types. Daityas, Dititiputraha, Daityaha, Aditiputraha, Suraha. Ditiputraha, Daityaha, two types. What are those two types? Asuraha, Rakshasaha. Two types. Idile subdivision in matter. Asuraslo are Ditiputras. Daityaslo two types. Asuraha and Rakshasaha. Why? On what basis this division made by Shastra? Asuras are those people who are predominant by tamas, tamasic nature. Asuras. Rakshasas are those people who are all what Rajogunam is predominant in them. Rajoguna predominant Rakshasas, Tamoguna predominant people are Asuras. Now what about Sattva Guna? Devas. Devas only one type. Sattva Guna there are no two types. Devas only one type. Sattva Guna Pradhana Devaha. Rajoguna Pradhana Rakshasaha. Tamoguna Pradhanam Asuraha. Swamini one demonic handle பண்றது கஷ்டம். இப்போ இதுல ரெண்டு டிவிஷன் அதுல கொஞ்சம் ரேஷியோ டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்கும். Lord Krishna says that Asuraha and Daivaha dvau bhuta sargau. There are two types of created beings, the Devatas and Asuras. Daivaha proktaha vistarashaha. First 2-3 shlokas, 1-2-3 shlokas, Daivaha, that means Daivi Sampat. The Devas have been described, that Deva has been described Vistarashaha, elaborately. I have already described them elaborately. Idanim, what do you listen? Hear about the Asuram Shrunu. May you listen to me. What are the Asura Gunas? About the Asuras. In 7th shloka, he is going to explain from the 7th shloka. We will read that 7th shloka. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasuraha na shaucham napi chacharaha na satyam teshu vidyate. Our Shastra, the whole Vedic vision, if we see from the beginning that Vedic vision, the intention of Shastra is nothing but to convert the materialistic system into spiritualistic system. From the beginning, the human birth onwards, the whole thing is designed. That's what Puja Swami Dayananda Saraswati said. Vedic view of life, Vedic lifestyle is designed, meant for to convert the materialistic system or materialistic view into a spiritualistic view. Every ritual, a religious life totally is meant for that. From conception onwards. From conception onwards, the refinement starts. Therefore, there is a ritual. It is a type of ritual. It is a religious practice is there. There is a type of puja, going to temple, they celebrate, it is a day, conception, it is a type of auspicious day they see. Before conception, the time, auspicious time and all they see. Now and all, this sex education and all, they are talking in the schools, colleges, they are making lot of noise outside. They beautifully, silently how they have designed, no? Very interesting. And the conception time onwards, the child refinement starts. Then Simantonayanam later, and that woman is taken care of by the family members, and she starts reading Ramayanam, Bharatam, Bhagavatam, and she starts doing puja, lot of chanting and all she does. Why? She is inculcating all spiritualistic ideas, vasanas in the baby, in the womb itself. No other culture you can see all these things. They do lot of rituals for that. They do Annadanam, Vastradanam, so many things. Because that baby has to get all good qualities. That is the intention. After delivery also, immediately there is Punyavachanam. Again, Namakaranam, Balasara, so many things they do. Annaprasana. I need not explain all these things, you know better than me. Okay, all these are comes under samskara. Everything is a samskara. And taking care of that child. Even feeding from liquid food to solid food, there is a mantra. And the mother asks Saraswati, "Oh Mother Saraswati, please help my baby." First time when she is feeding the baby, she chants and she prayed to the Lord Saraswati. "Oh Mother Saraswati, let my child become a good, noble person in the society. I am feeding this baby, he should not become a demonic, or he should not become any evil to the society. He should not cause any evil to the society. He will become a good, noble person in the society." There is a prayer. In prayer, sloka in the class, so there are so many prayers. The early morning onwards, once you get up, Karagre, Vasate, Lakshmi, Karamadhye, Saraswati prayer. Start with the prayer, end with the prayer. Like that, so many. What Lord Krishna says here, the Vedic design, as samskaras are there, acharaha. These demonic people never respect Veda, never follow any religious life. And religion annale pidikadu. God, Veda annale pidikadu. They are having aversion. Asuraha janaha. The Asura people are demonic nature people. Na viduhu, they do not know. Na viduhu, vid dhatu. Vid means to know. Na viduhu means they do not know. What they do not know? Pravrittimcha nivrittimcha. They do not know what is to be done. Pravritti means what is to be done. Nivritti means what is not to be done. Nivrittimcha na viduhu. They do not know. What is adharmik? What is vidhi? To do. Pravritti. Vidhi means scriptural injunction. Pandavendiya karmakal pannanum. This is enude kadamai. This is my duty to be done, to be followed, to be implemented. They do not know that. What is vidhi? My duty. Prescribed by Shastra. They do not know. And what is nishedha? Nivritti means what is prohibited by Shastra. What is Shastra is asking me not to do. Dhumapanam na kuryat. Surapanam na pivet. Don't take liquor. Himsan na kuryat. Don't hurt others. All these statements said by Shastra, they do not know what not to do. Khavo, pivo, maja karo. So whatever you like, you can do. Like that. Nivritti, pravritti, they do not know. What to do, what not to do, they do not know. They are called what? Asura. Now you can see how many asuras are there. This is not to see others. Okay. Tappa solliten. Okay. By mistake. Don't see others. They are having all these qualities in. Where am I? Where am I? Not to check others, but to check myself, to monitor myself. Then teshu, in them, shaucham na vidyate, acharaha na vidyate, satyam api na vidyate. In them, hey Arjuna, in those demonic nature people, in asuras, they don't have neither purity, shaucham, purity. Shaucham means purity. In previous sloka, shucha nu sonnar Bhagavan. And the shucha, shaucham combine pannadingo. And the shucha is a different dhatu, verb. That is called sorrow. Here shaucham means purity. Na shaucham means they don't care for internal purity. External purity kuda somehow, that's all. They are not having internal purity at all. Vakshuddhi, manashuddhi, deha shuddhi, all are not there in them. First, wearing washed clothes itself is a shuddhi. We are not supposed to touch the dress that which we have already worn. That dress we should not take again second time. It is also a type of shuchahana. Keeping the hair clean, nails clean, everything. Shaucham. At all three levels you have to supply. Body level and verbal level. Shaucham. Shaucham is not there. And acharaha na vidyate. Nor religious discipline is there. A religious life is called acharaha. In Hindi la acharana urgai. Okay. Anda acharam illenga. Achar means to implement, to follow. Acharaha. Acharam onnu illamale irukkiradhu enna arthamna, whatever said in Shastra, they don't follow. No religious life in artham. What is called acharam? That achara from morning onwards till night, there is an achara, paddhati is there. Achara means what? A paddhati. Methodical life, systematic life, a disciplined life, well-disciplined life according to the religion. The whole Swamiji's evening talks, no? That is what, based on this achara. Morning, karagre vasate Lakshmi, I said. No? First we see our own hands. Look into our hands, karagre vasate Lakshmi. In the tip of my fingers, Lakshmi is standing there. Karamadhye Saraswati. In the middle, Saraswati is there. Karamule sthita Gauri. Parvati is in that corner of this hand. Prabhate Karadarshanam. Early morning, you look into your Karadarshanam. Look into your hand. See the Lakshmi, Saraswati and Parvati. Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Karamadhye Saraswati, Karamule sthita Gauri, Prabhate Karadarshanam. நம்ம என்ன பார்க்குறோம்? கண்ணாடி பார்க்குறோம். மூஞ்சி எப்படி இருக்கா, நல்லா தூங்கிட்டானா இல்லையான்னு. You have to look into your hand. This is the first prayer you have to say. Therefore, wealth is required, knowledge is required, strength is required. Three are required. You see in your hand in the form of devatas. Then comes the next word, dhantadavana, wash your face. And washing face time also there is a beautiful mantra. Before taking the twig from the tree, that mantra, shloka, says like this. Ayur balam yasho varchaha. He is going to take the neem twig or some other twig to wash the face. Before that, he has to take permission from the tree. Oh, tree, vanaspate, I am going to take you, I am going to wash my face with you. You should help me, what? Ayuhu, increase my lifespan. Ayuhu, balam, with strength. And yashaha, name, varchaha, tejas, glamour. Okay. I need not go to beauty parlor. Okay. This varchaha, then Praja Pashumscha. Praja means good children, healthy children. Pashun means all pet animals, car, vehicles. Praja Pashumscha. All you please give to me. I am Bahya Prajnamcha Medhamcha. Bahya Prajna means external and internal. Medha means intelligence, brilliance, knowledge about external materialistic science and spiritual science. May you give to me. Channo Dehi Vanaspate. Oh, Mother Vanaspati, tree, please give to me. This is the prayer. Afterwards, again, Snanam time, another prayer. This comes under Achara. Okay. What? Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Buckete. Buckete Jalesmin Sannidhim Guru. In the bucket of water law, in the corporation water law, Ganga, Yamuna, Narmada, all of them are there. They are all purifying me. This is the bhavana while taking Snanam. This is a religious type of life. Again, go and stand in front of mirror, applying Vibhuti Chandan and doing Alankara to this body is a type of religious form, religious practice. Applying Vibhuti Chandan, all these things. So this is also called Achara. Then what? Coffee. Not coffee, go to the puja room. Sit there and do puja. Chant mantra, your Ishtadevam, Kuladevam. You have to worship. Few minutes, do dhyanam. Deepam, you have to light the lamp there. Deepam Jyoti Param Brahma. Deepa Jyoti Sanatanaha. Deepo Haratu Me Papam. This Deepam is Param Brahma. This Deepam only removes my papa. So, Deepam only is everything. Namaskaram pannu. Then only office. Adi varaku office. Until you complete the puja, you should not take coffee. You should not drink water also. First, this is the acharam. Early morning, acharam. Then go to office, routine life. After finishing that also, you come back. Again, evening, again, achara. Again, puja. Again, going to bed. While eating food, adi chollala. While taking food also, Annapurne Sadapurne Shankara Prana Vallabhe Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham Bhikshandehi Cha Parvati. Prayer while taking food. I have to show gratitude to all people in the whole creation. First God, then Mata, Pita. I have to show my gratitude to my father, mother and the teachers. Whole thing is called Achara. While going to office, I have to tell my mother, my father, I have to do Namaskara. I have to inform. All these things comes under Achara. Swamini, enge time irukke. For demonic nature people, no time. But a Samskrita Purusha will take time, draw the time and spend the time for this Achara. But whereas these Asuras, they never have time. Na Satyam Vidyate. They don't have this Veda Pramana Buddhi. They don't respect Veda. Madhusudana Saraswati says, speaking truth is also called Satyam. They don't speak truth. These Asuric nature people, they don't speak truth. And not only that, they never respect that Shastra, that which is giving the ultimate truth. They never respect the Shastra. That is called Satyam na Vidyate. Therefore, what we should have? We should have Shaucham, we should have Achara, we should have Satyam. More in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.